Youth programs that are going on the youth board, particularly here, that is basically falling apart. They talk about the tax-free red light cameras with the revenue that was supposed to be set aside by the existing county exec and also the Republican legislature. And these programs that assist young people with after-school homework and so forth on, and other after-school programs that are there that are not getting that kind of assistance because money are being held back. And these programs are now falling apart. What would you do to fix those things?
Give me the mic, so I guess he knows I have the answer. My wife's a social worker, all right? That red light camera money belongs to the kids. Plain and simple. You need to take the money that the people in most youth and social services went to Albany to fight for that red light camera money. What Ed Mangano did was unconscionable. He put it into the general fund, and then both sides of the aisle had a fight over, basically after school programs, youth and social services with mental health. I mean, it just unconscionable how we treat the least among us. As county executive, that goes into a lockbox. Whatever money comes from those red light cameras, and I take the picture a few times myself. It's for the county, so I do it. That money's got to go into a lockbox and throw away the key, and forever youth and social services will have the funding they deserve and need, because that's the best investment we can make in our future. I just want to say very briefly, in 2010, Tom wanted to cut youth and social services $12 million. That's a fact. I did my homework. But the future of Nassau County will be determined by how well we take care of our kids. And that's near and dear to my heart. And that's one of the first things I'm going to do as your county executive.
I never cut social services or youth board by $12 million. It's just not true. What I did is I faced the financial situation when the world economy went bust, and I laid out in a speech in February of 2009, one of the first places in the entire region. This is what we need to do in order to fix the financial problems of the county. We either have to do this or we have to do that. And that was to get the red light camera money. That's why I said if we don't get the red light camera money, we have to do that, because I had to get Albany to pass the law. We were getting held up by the Democrats in Rochester from us getting the money for the red light camera money. So I needed the social services community, mainly supportive of Democrats who could influence Democrats here locally, to get the guys in Rochester to go along with this. That's what happened. I want to make something very clear. I faced the worst run county in the history, the worst run county in the country, massive deficits. I raised taxes 19-something%. I got beaten up pretty badly for it my first year I was in office. I had fights with the police unions. Police unions flew a plane over Jones Beach, said Tom Suozzi, good for the bad guys, bad for the good guys. Because I said that the salaries of the police department were getting out of control. We couldn't handle to pay those type of salaries anymore. They ran a $3 million ad campaign against me. I fought all kinds of I did a thing called Fix Albany to try, and I went against a Democrat in the Assembly and a Republican in the state Senate to try and get them to give us a cap on the growth of Medicaid, because it was an unfunded state mandate. I fought all kinds of fights in order to reduce the expenses in this county so I could preserve the health and human service agencies in Nassau County. So I could create the thing called No Wrong Door. So I could try and, these were terrible financial times. And I managed to balance the budget, I managed to cut the debt, I managed to get these things done, and I preserved these programs. Mangano came into office, he cut these programs, because they're the only discretionary things out there. He cut mental health, he cut drug and alcohol, he cut the youth programs. I didn't cut those programs, and I fought the fights that were necessary in order to preserve those programs, and they were tough, tough, tough fights.